Hi, everybody. It is 10:30, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I I am going to be doing a demonstration of Intuit Field Service Management, QuickBooks' dispatching solution and scheduling solution. I'm a qualified solutions provider with Intuit, so if you are interested in making a purchase, uh, please contact me directly after the demonstration is over. Our information is right here up on the screen. I will also give you a call directly um, if I've seen that you've attended the webinar. I may reach out to you after the demonstration is over just to see if you've had questions, to see if you want to schedule some one-on-one time with us. So today we're going to be going through some of these benefits. What are some of the benefits of using a dispatching software that is connected to your QuickBooks? You can easily dispatch and schedule jobs. You have an electronic copy of all of your work orders. You're able to track your jobs by stage of completion. You can put flags on your work orders if you need to put the job on hold. You easily track service history. You can track your technician's GPS location. And if you do have any reoccurring work, there is a preventative maintenance agreement, and this software also tracks time. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. I'll put my information back up at the end of our time together, and I'll also put up the pricing as well. So I'm going to be walking through a standard workflow, creating a job, dispatching it to the technician. The technician is going to take a payment in the field, and then I'm going to synchronize that back with QuickBooks. And I'll also walk through tracking time through this software, and then running reports as well. So I'm going to go ahead and start on my customer tab. Now, if you've got QuickBooks Desktop or QuickBooks Online, all of the customers in your customer center are going to come over to Intuit Field Service when we synchronize the first time, as well as all of your price list items as well. So I'm going to start with one of my commercial customers, and I'm going to say new work order. At this point, I'm going to select a location that we're going to be performing the work at. And this is the first step of 4 to complete the work order. This is the screen where you'd be confirming any information with the client. You'd just be hitting edit. Now, if you have questions as we're going along, please chat into the chat box and ask questions, and I will answer them live as I'm doing the demonstration today. Okay, so I'm going to say service repair. We've got no heat. And then this box, you can type in any additional information that the technician needs to know. And then below here, you can see all of the site service. So if I say wanted to click and move away from that, just to see what the last work order we did was, you can see in the lower right-hand corner of my screen, the work order auto draft saved in an orange box, so I can just move right back to where I was. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it's gonna be for today, and I'm gonna pick Chris, my technician from the list, and I will make Matt Baker his helper tech. And I'm gonna click on the map view just so you can see the technician's location and the work order that we're scheduling as well. So here is, and I'm going to zoom in here. There is my location, and then here is the work order that we're scheduling. So the technician is pretty close by. Okay. So you can see there's one work order on the board here, and he's got a 1 next to his name. Okay. And then at this point, we're going to hit finish. Okay. So I can I heard I got that work order on my iPad. I'm going to bring that up on the screen. In the meantime, I'm going to just bring up this dispatch board. And you can drag and drop this work order. You can move that around. We can zoom out to another day. Or we can go to the week view here. Okay. So let's get started. I'm going to bring up my tablet up on the screen. You can use an Android tablet, an Apple, an iPad. Or the technicians, of course, can use their phone. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this white wrench with a blue background. All right, you can see I've got one here waiting for pickup. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up and start this work. Okay, so the work's been started. And on the dispatch board, if you bring it up and you refresh, you can see exactly what is going on with that work order. It's started, so it just did turn green to let you know that it's in progress. If I want to get directions, I can click on the address and it's going to pull open a map for me. You can also call the customer directly by just clicking on the phone number. Okay, so the work's been started. I'm going to go ahead and take a few photos here. I'm going to go to the notes and I'm going to hit the addition sign. That's my backyard. It's beautiful out right now in Minnesota. Can't believe it's already in the 60s and it's April. This time last year it was snowing. It's a big change for us. Okay, so you can take as many photos as you want. And now I'm going to go ahead and complete this work. And I'm going to use the voice microphone to speak in what was done on that job. I was on site for 2 hours. I was able to fix the coil on the back of the furnace, period. Okay, so then I'm going to list the furnace that I used, and I'm going to hit complete. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create an invoice now. So I'm going to go to invoice, and I'm going to hit add new line item, and I'm going to use the magnifying glass to search for all my price lists. My price list, now this is the price list that is in QuickBooks. If you're not taking a payment in the field, but you just want to do, itemize, that's fine too. And then it'll come back. Okay, so at this point, I'm ready to take a payment. So I'm going to go ahead and get a signature if the customer is available. I'm going to send that off. And I'm going to go ahead and pay it now. If you do have the QuickBooks credit card processing connected to your QuickBooks, the payment, you would have the ability to log in to put in the credit card and pay it right then. Okay, I'm going to send that off to the customer. All right, and now this is done. I've got a payment taken. If you wanted to look at the service history, you could just press Cite, and then you'd pull up all of that service history on that customer. If you wanted to edit those attributes on that equipment, you could, just to make sure, if you wanted to put in any of that information. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and create a work order. because somebody next door saw my truck and they want me to come over. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So say it's an existing customer, or let's say it's a new customer. Let me show you that. Create a new customer. And this does sync right back to QuickBooks when you add that new customer. Okay, so now it's going to pull me right in. We'll say no heat. Customer has no heat for 3 days, period. So now I'm going to go ahead and schedule this. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pick it up. And this is one of the ones where I'm not going to take a payment on site, so I just wanted you to see that. So the work's been started. Now I'm just going to complete it. I was on site for 2 hours. I fixed the coil on the back of the unit, period. I used standard coil 1257, period. Okay. This is a new customer, so I'm going to add that furnace. Okay, at this point I'm finished. Maybe I'll get a signature from the customer if they're available on my work order. Okay, and then I will send that off to the customer. Okay, so in one scenario we took a payment, and in the other scenario we did not take a payment. So now if we refresh this dispatch board, you can see that that work order is now completed. And then Ted Baker, which is a new customer, just got completed as well. So now you can see from our completed view, we've got two customers, the Ted Baker and Duck Donuts. So what we would do is we would run a report to find out, hey, what are the work orders that have been completed but don't yet have a payment taken? Or if they have a payment taken, they would be under the approved, they would be in the approved status and they would move right over to QuickBooks. So Duck Donuts is going to move right over to QuickBooks, but Ted Baker is not going to move over to QuickBooks unless we add an invoice to that. So their easiest way to do this is just to find out, hey, what are the work orders that have been completed but don't yet have an invoice prepared? So let's just see just today's, what came in today. And there it is. Ted Baker showed right up. So we just click on that work order. And now let's go ahead and add our charges. So you can see here right from the work done description, he was on site for 2 hours and he used a coil. So we're going to add our labor. Okay. And then we're going to add our coil. And we move it to the approved stage. You can see now, these are the invoices that are going to be coming over. You've got Duck Donuts, you've got Old Navy that got completed this morning, and Ted Baker. So now we're just going to open up QuickBooks and run our synchronization. This synchronization takes about a few minutes every day. So running it once a day is the easiest bet. Corrigo is the name of the company that created Intuit Field Service Management and QuickBooks. They created it for QuickBooks. So QuickBooks would be the one that does bill you directly for the product. Of course, if you do want to purchase it, please contact us directly because we are giving our time away for free today in the hopes that you contact us directly and we would get compensated by QuickBooks for the sale of the product. All right, and this is going to finish off. And see that new customer is coming right over. And of course, you can add customers from the browser or the app. Most of the time, it's just going to be from the browser, as the technicians typically aren't going to be creating their own work orders and adding customers. Okay, and these are all getting added. And then after they're added, we're going to go ahead and run a report to find out, hey, what are the invoices that came over to QuickBooks, and did they have a payment or did they not have a payment, and what was the payment type? Okay, so that's finished. And now we're going to run a report from Field Service to find out what came over. So we're going to go invoice list exported. So what got exported today over to QuickBooks, and then you can see here we can export this to Excel. So here are two exported invoices. They both have payments. So let's go over and find, we can go to our exported invoices as well. Here, take a look. The best way to do it so we can see here at the top, if you just, now that those have come over, we confirm that on that report. So here's Ted Baker, exported. You can see the status has changed. Duck Donuts, exported, paid by check. Okay. And this one was not exported because it did not have a dollar amount added on that invoice. So we would have to finish this one. So let's go to the Customer Center and just verify. There it is. So this one is not paid. And we verified that from our report. So this is the one that we would email off to the customer. And if you are using QuickBooks as payments, that payment message would be right here at the bottom. So you could quickly have them pay that invoice, which is why we'll have you set that up when you connect with Field Service with QuickBooks, as it's super convenient. And then this one was paid. All right, so I'm going to just pull up the pricing information here. If you've got between 1 and 10 people using it, so that would be the office and the technicians, it's going to be $35 per user. And if you go above 10 people, so that would be the office and the technicians together, it would go down to $31 per user. If you do want to track time using the system, it'll be an additional $15. And if you do want to add the service agreement module, it would be an additional $15 per user. All right, well, thank you so much for your time. I look forward to working with all of you this morning. Tune in every single Wednesday at 10:30. And again, if you are interested in making a purchase after seeing this demonstration, please contact us directly. That's how we get compensated for our time. Our number is right up on the screen and our email is up on the screen. And our office may give you a call if we've seen that you've attended the webinar. So thanks so much again. And if you do want to tune in again, every Wednesday at 10:30. Thank you. Bye-bye.